everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen, here on Dork Tales. I'm your Dungeon Master, Kelly, using he and him as my pronouns, and folks, I am very excited to be heading into the final countdown, one might say, the final bit of Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen, as we head into the Flying Citadel. This is the Death Star, folks. We're here doing our trench run, and I could not be doing it with a finer crew than these folks. Let's meet them right now. Christine.
Hello, I'm Christine. I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I get to play our human cleric of Mystical, Kelara Vingard.
Nice. Over in the corner, I've got Chris.
Nobody puts Godfrey in the corner. Hi, I'm Chris. No, that's true. Use he, him, or they pronouns. Play Godfrey Highvalor, our human fighter, paladin, and anti-dragon missile.
Yeah, that's what I had in the opening for sure. It seemed apropos.
It's all the Dragonlance.
It's all the Dragonlance. You should just get it like turn it into a flying broom so you can just ride the Dragonlance around. Like levels
Hazeal.
of Cavalier.
Hazeal, I need some help.
Yeah.
When your DM gives you the bad ideas your group thinks of.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
And then regrets it 2 episodes.
No regrets. No regrets.
yeah. Speaking of
No
someone else with no regrets, hey Robin, how's it going?
Ow, ow, ow. I say for my character's sake. I get knocked down, but I get up again. Ain't nobody gonna get me down. I'm Robin. I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I am playing our lovely Kender, a swashbuckling rogue Rizira Moonbrush, who is very hurt at the moment from our dragon battle. And she didn't really fight on dragons much. She was mainly falling. I've been falling for 3 weeks, or however long it's been since we last played game. But yeah, super excited, and I look forward to doing some more sneaky and atomal bits, because that is where Riz shines.
Excels. Yeah. All right, over to
Dagger.
Cal.
Hello, everybody. My name is Cal. I am clearing my throat. I'm Neo Cal in the chat. I use he, him pronouns. And I am playing Aurontiros Caledon, the Qualinesti elf bard. Ready to, rock out and, I don't know, based on my hit points compared to everyone else's, die. Because we'll see.
Rock out with your corpse out. All right, it's not Halloween
Rock out
anymore.
with the corpse out.
All right, and finally back in her native habitat, a cave. It's Jen. Wait, I mean Hazeal. Jen, I guess your native habitat could be a cave. I don't know.
Yes. I am discombobulated today. Hi, I'm Jen. I use she, her pronouns, and I play our mountain dwarf, lunar sorcerer, Hazeal Nightgranite, who is in a lot of pain.
Don't worry, you could always
Like all
be
of
in
us.
more. There's plenty of
I'm
time
sure,
for that.
but I did just get a fun spell. So
Actually,
there's
I gotta admit, Godfrey is not in any pain.
Lies.
Well, okay, there's a little bit. I think I'm down to 115.
Wow, I don't even have 150 hit points.
I don't even have 100. Like,
Ooh.
Whoa.
I have 74 at max.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
my max is 89.
All right.
But the
I'm
real
sitting
question
pretty
is,
at
how much does
107.
how many hit points does Kelara have?
Yeah, we all know
200.
that.
200.
How much does the Trask have? Because then 2 more.
Yeah.
2 more than the Trask.
133.
God damn it. Levna only has 90 hit points.
Well, my max is 124. So
So
Colora's
just
just like that.
as an aside, I made a character for Extra Life who is a wizard with 154 hit points.
Yeah, I see that. I
Oh,
saw
for
that.
Robin's ridiculous game. Speaking of which,
Yeah.
folks, this weekend is Extra Life, which is a big charity event that we do twice a year to raise money for the Children's Miracle Network. We invite you to come in and join us, or enjoy us, and join us.
And join.
Enjoin us.
Enjoin
That sounds suggestive. Come spend time with us.
Enjoin us.
Enjoying us, bleh. Come this weekend and spend time with us on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, where we run 14 games over 3 days, where your donations, which are tax deductible if you live in North America, can affect the plot and make us do really ridiculous things. In fact, there's even one tier of Vahid's game that he's running on Friday where I have to sing and dance, apparently, or sing or something.
And play the spoons.
Play the spoons. So time to get good.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And
great.
Cal and I are twins.
No.
Twin
Boy.
dwarves.
Twin
And
dwarves.
I'm,
One of us blows things up,
And the other is...
My money's on Jen.
and the other
Blows things up.
blows things up from a distance.
Sounds good. So come and join us for that. It goes to a great cause, and it's a hell of a lot of fun, really. The other two announcements that I have is that you can also come back tomorrow night, where we have a special sponsored stream by Onyx Path Publishing, where we are running The World Below, which is kind of like what if D&D's Underdark was created by the minds behind the Chronicles of Darkness, Aberrant, Scion, and all of those wonderful Onyx Path games. So it's a very story-driven, you're all diggy holing, and it is going to be very rough on the players. I'm really looking forward to it. So join us for that tomorrow night. And then the last thing I have to do is thank our sponsor for the night, of course, Bookwyrm Games. Bookwyrm Games is where you can go to get all of the dice that your heart desires. That's right. Does it desire resin dice? Does it desire liquid core dice? How about gemstones? Wooden dice for that elf inside of you? Bookwyrm Games has you covered. Hell, if you're looking for some snackable dice, they've even got a snack just like you in the form of their candy dice. Just as sweet as you, folks. So go to Bookwyrm Games right now. Pick up a familiar while you're there, some jewelry, and some special Bookwyrm tea as well, to have a cozy, comfy night while you're slaying the unworthy in your game of Dungeons and Dragons. Not only that, but they also are working on gaming tables so that you can have a place to roll those fantastic dice. Thank you to Bookwyrm Games for sponsoring us. If you go there and use code DorkTales, you'll save 10% on your order, and orders above $100 Canadian, which is like not much these days. I've seen the exchange rate recently, is free. So yeah, get that free shipping, folks. It's really worth it. It's a great company. They're just like a local business in the Vancouver area. So help a small business succeed and get yourself some cool dice. Thank you so much to Bookwyrm Games as always. And with that, any other big announcements we have? We got The World Below. We got Extra Life. I'm going to implode at the end of this weekend.
I mean, exciting things in November coming up, I guess, which is, this month. Good Lord, it's November.
What's happening in November?
Oh, just we have several games coming up, like returning games, like Panic
that's
at the
right.
Citadel and the Technocracy and Mage returns. Like we have.
Oh, that's right.
3 games coming up
Mage
that
the Ascension
returning.
returns on the 18th. Technocracy returns on the 19th or the 10th? It's the 10th, isn't it? Or the 12th? Whatever the second Sunday is, right?
12th. And we didn't confirm this because I asked you in the chat, but I thought we might be doing a double tap in November because of
We
December.
might be doing a double tap.
Whoa.
I forgot to check
Because-
my chats.
Yeah, you did. It was weirdly it was in the Old Gods of Appalachia chat.
Oh, that's no wonder I
I
missed
think-
that. So
Yeah.
I'll put that on my to-do list right now. Technocracy?
It's because December's so weird, and if we need to move Panic up, then
That's
there's
right.
no real space for Technocracy. So
Yes, 'cause
Fair.
Panic is
Yeah,
big.
so Panic at the Citadel's coming back, which means I get to put on. I bought Scarwax today, so that we're gonna try that out.
Ooh.
Yeah, because I went
Nice.
to Spirit Halloween's November 1st sale.
Oh,
today.
nice.
There wasn't much. I got some Spirit gum. That's about it. But
Should
yeah,
pick
so
up some off supplies too.
yeah, it's 50% off everything tomorrow. So go get them. Like Spirit gum's like $3.
I
Oh,
should go
yeah.
after work. Drive
Yeah,
up
you
to
should.
Toronto.
All right, so folks, if you are interested in seeing any of those games early, except for Mage the Ascension, which is coming back publicly as we finish up this book, consider joining our Patreon, where you will get access to a ton of additional content, as well as the Dork Pod podcast, which episode 2 is going to be going up hopefully this week, and as well as some behind the scenes podcasts and some other amazing stuff. You get between 1 and 6 games a month. It's really quite a lot that you get up to 3 months in advance. This month, Alien Destroyer of Worlds is getting its first act up, or at least parts of it, so consider joining. It would be great to have you over there, and you help support the channel directly by going to patreon.com/dorktales. And that's what I got there. You ready to start the game, folks?
Yes.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. All right, we can do
Wait.
it.
Movement for
So,
you.
without further ado, let's jump into Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen, here on Dork Tales. Last time on Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen, you all gathered yourselves up and made it out to meet Kleistron and Ness, where you boarded some Dragonels after a quick fight through a small horde of dragonlings. Taking to the skies, you assaulted the Citadel, and in the process came across Red Ruin, the legendary Dragonel rider, and also a familiar face in young Lord Bakaris. After a pitched battle, you were victorious and made your way to the Flying Citadel and your final destiny, which is where we're going to begin this. The sound of battle and chaos is all around you as your Dragonels swoop to the bottom of the Flying Citadel's caverns. Ancient bones jut like roots out of the side of this ancient earth. And sure enough, a cleft in the rock awaits you. Your Dragonels deposit you there, and you scramble into the hole. Around you, there is nothing but calamity and fire. But as the last of you steps off, the Dragonel carrying Ness and Kleistron perches on the edge. Kleistron gives you a look. Y'all gonna be okay here?
Well, I guess we have to be.
I was going to say, I don't think we have much of a choice, but I think we'll be good. I think we can move on from here. This is, I guess, a relatively safe position.
Well, I'll be waiting for you with the Dragonels. I'll try to keep out of trouble until y'all bring this sucker down.
Yeah. Be safe as well.
Don't wait too long.
Ness leans forward. Don't worry. I won't let him get up to too much trouble. Come back, eh? All of you need to meet a newborn sometime soon.
Oh, yeah. Little baby Rizira.
We'll workshop the name.
You keep saying that, but
Actually, that sounded like a compromise.
it did. You're right, Godfrey. It did.
Best of luck to you. Try not to die. And that includes you, Sir Labna. I need that favor back at the end of this. Yeah. Sure. Labna, underneath her horned helm, turns a brilliant shade of... Well, in the dimness, it's kind of hard to tell, but definitely pinker than pink. With that, the Dragonels take to the sky, ducking low and out of your vision. The corridor ahead of you is pitch black. Only those of you that have dark vision are going to be able to see much of anything at all.
Rizira's gonna reach into her onto her belt and just unsheath the moon touch dagger that she has from the city. I'm forgetting the name of it.
Sounds good.
Do we want actual light, or do we want to keep this as minimal as possible?
Well, if anything goes wrong, we'll need some light.
I can't see anything right now.
I mean, I have this sheds a bit of light, but
Same.
I have the drift globe. The globe.
Oh.
I can either do daylight or I can do just regular light.
Oh, you could do. I don't think quite need something as strong as daylight. Though that would potentially be. Can you only do one or the other, or can you switch?
I can only do one or the other, but it will stay lit. Just double checking. It stays lit so long as it's within 60 feet of me and it keeps moving, or it's able to keep moving anyway. But I can do light, or I can make it do daylight. I can just only do the daylight once before dawn, and then But I could do light repeatedly, so I could turn it off.
Oh,
and then
okay,
back on.
that's good. And yeah, I was just making sure that it because daylight could potentially be very useful for you to blind anyone very fast or something. That if you can change, you don't have to choose it for the day. That's good.
I don't think so. I think if I choose daylight, it's for the day. But if I start with light, I think I can
Cool.
just turn it off.
What's the
All right.
range? How much light does it give out? 30 and
60
30?
feet.
60 feet of bright?
Oh, actually, I guess it's technically the light spell, but if you're within 60 feet of it, then it's the light spell. Oh, come on.
So light is 20, then 20, I think.
Yeah, bright for 20, dim for additional 20.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay.
I guess it's for an hour. Okay, but that's so much time.
That's a lot of time.
And I know Kelara has the ability as well, but this at least, she can do that if this runs out or whatever.
I mean, I have
floats.
this dagger that does 10 and 10. It can.
The globe could also go out in front of us, so you could do 10 and 10. It could go out a bit, as long as it's within 60 feet of me. It could actually be our scout. And
true.
people could shoot at it if we're gonna get attacked.
Oh.
And it wouldn't be
that's
right with us.
Oh, that's a very good idea. That's quite clever. Have it go as a little bit of a.
Yeah.
It does announce our presence, but depends what.
But if it gets attacked, then they've announced their presence to us, rather than us stumbling into them in the dark.
That's true.
All right. So,
Yeah.
do you
so
release?
I'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, reaching in to your pocket, you release the drift globe, which illuminates the dark tunnels. The tunnels that suddenly spring to life around you, the foundation of the Flying Citadel, are old. Ancient bones jut inside of your vision. And once you're done pondering your orbs, you'll notice that there are occasional rumbles that echo through the passage as the Citadel's foundation shifts in flight.
Before we get going, I don't know about any of you, but I could do just a quick breather from that fight where you noticed I was constantly falling up and down and getting hit by Red the Rune. I'm a little lot hurt. So if we could take just a quick 15-minute breather just to gotta staunch some bleeding as Riz is profusely bleeding blood on the floor.
Yeah.
Good
I
too.
could use a rest.
Let's bandage ourselves up and then go further. Levna says.
No use, just yeah. Let's do that.
Question. What time has passed since the beginning of the previous day of the day. I think that was when Hazeal death warded.
How long does Death Ward last?
8 hours?
8 hours.
We're inside of 8 hours.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to
I'd
check.
say
if
you're
that was
probably about 4 hours into the day.
Okay.
And
Good question.
assuming we don't mind a little bit of noise since we're scouting with an orb, a Song of Rest is 1d8 extra for anybody resting.
Okay.
That gave, I rolled a
got me
7 on
an
that D8, so thank
I
you.
got an 8. Yes.
5, 11, 17, plus her con mod for every hit dice. Do you add con to the Song of Rest or just the D8?
It looks like it's just a d8 because it doesn't count as a hit die.
Okay.
But
Mhm.
I have Bard up here. I'll check it out.
Okay. Levin is at
I think
86
it's
out of
just-
90 hit points, so she'll be fine.
I've used 4 hit dice. Yeah, I'll use another 2. And plus 15. 103 out of 107. That's good.
88 out of 89.
I've used 6 hit dice.
You bandage yourselves up. Take a breather over the next 15 or 20 minutes and prepare yourselves for what's to come. For the most part, you're a little banged up from your fight, but it could be worse. You're feeling pretty set, pretty ready. Now these wide tunnels loom before you. Are you doing anything else before you head off?
Everyone ready?
Yeah.
Let's kick it. Who goes first?
Oh, Riz definitely
All
fights for
right.
that one.
Riz. Following the drift globe, you move down these tunnels. Now, they're about 10 feet wide, give or take, although they narrow and widen occasionally. You find yourself meandering through a series of switchbacks, dead ends, and sloping tunnels. Make this somewhat of a maze in front of you. Can I get a survival check from the party? Wow, Levna, way to come in clutch.
Okay. So ability checks,
Mm-hmm.
nat ones don't technically count. Right?
As botches?
Well, okay, because I'm proficient in survival.
Mhm.
So my reliable talent says a roll of 9 or lower gets treated as a 10. What is your ruling there? Because technically you can't, rules we say we can't botch on a ability check.
As written, you rolled a 10.
Yeah, as written,
Yeah,
you
as-
rolled a 10.
Okay.
However, according to group check rules, a 1 counts as 2 failures rather than just 1. So let's see whether or not you succeed. So what's your total with that?
23.
You have a plus 13 to survival?
Yeah, I'm an
Damn.
expertise in it.
Damn, son. Okay, so let's see what everybody else got first. So Levna succeeded.
Well, Godfrey got a 1 too.
All right, 2 fails.
So I don't have anything that necessarily mechanically does anything with this, but because I'm a dwarf in a cave, do I get anything extra?
I'll give you advantage this once.
Cool.
You dwarf in a
We're just gonna
cave.
see if it was.
Dwarf in a cave.
Oh, that was a lot better. 18.
3 successes, 2 fails. Kalara, what'd you get?
15, I put it in the chat.
Okay, is that your final result? Yes?
No, I'll add determination to that.
Okay, 4 successes. And for all the carrots, Aurontiros, what you got?
And I rolled a total of 18.
Okay. Final result? Okay. As you make your way into the caves, you find yourself following looping switchbacks. A couple of times you have a little bit of an argument as you head in. Godfrey saying that he thinks we've already come this way, or he thinks that it's this way. For a moment, even Rizira gets a little turned around before looking down at a little notch that she made in the ground at one turn point and going, you know, if I hadn't made that notch there, I probably would have gotten lost. But that's the good old thing about reliable talents. Instead, you slowly make your way upward. Eventually, after about a half hour of wandering through these tunnels, you're going to find a 30-foot vertical shaft. Can I get an athletics check if you're trying to climb it?
You know what I have? An explorer's pack with, with paintings and climbing stuff.
Oh, nice. Oh, I have
I don't know if it'll
kittens
help,
too.
It will.
I have kittens as well.
All right, so everybody make me an athletics check. Hazeal, you can do yours with advantage, and so can Robin.
Thank you, because I had +0 to my athletics.
You know what? Anybody who uses your equipment is going to basically not need to make this roll. The difficulty's
Cool.
low
With
enough that...
With advantage, I got an 8.
Then again, I say that, and then you prove me wrong.
Well, my first roll was a 1, so thank you for the advantage.
Well,
Yeah, I rolled a 7 and then a nat 20, so Riz just
Starting off
like
strong. This has been a great session so far for rolls.
guys,
Okay.
three
Riz
nat
just
ones.
jumps off my head, like...
Yeah.
Sorry, did you say the Explorer's Pack gives you advantage?
yeah. You know what?
All
Everybody
right,
roll.
Oh my god.
Levna is going to climb up with ease. Kelara, Aurontiros, Godfrey.
Sorry, was that athletics?
That is going to be an athletics test to climb up.
18.
18, Kelara has no problem climbing up.
With advantage,
Yeah.
I got a 14.
You're going to be
Plus a
able to
plus
get...
9 to athletics.
Oh my gosh. Blogg, no!
Chris, you're the best of us, really. I don't know how to say this.
We're
to
so
you.
good.
We're so
Okay.
good, guys.
So, Godfrey, in your heavy armor, you're finding kind of hard to get a bit of leverage there, and you and Hazeal are kind of struggling there at the bottom. Now, it takes a couple of minutes, but eventually, tying ropes around your waists, you are able to be hoisted up. Aurontiros, what did you get?
Looks 15 on that one.
15? Yeah, you'll be able to climb up, light as you are. It's not a problem. And before long, all of you will find yourself up on a bit of flat ground, finally. The tunnels that wind through the foundation of the Flying Citadel rise via a natural shaft into this rocky cavity. A gash in the rock forms a passage to the east. And in front of you, you see a familiar, blue-skinned elf in a pale dress stand before you with a knowing smile on her face. Ladara stands in front of you, the elf you encountered both in the council chambers at Kalaman and at Ispin's funeral. You've made it. Welcome.
How did you get here?
I am bound to do whatever I must, and whatever I can, to stop Soth. I go where I am needed.
Well, all things considered, we're glad that you're on our side.
Of course.
Definitely could have used your help in other situations, but agreed that the help is welcome now if you're to other.
I'm here when you need me. And it is here that I will tell you what you need to know. Lord Soth lurks in the ruins above. He is using the cataclysmic fire from Calaman's catacombs to control this citadel, and to reanimate the dragon skeletons buried in its foundations. If you quell the fire, the undead dragons will be destroyed, and the citadel will fall.
How do we do that?
I wish I knew. The flames were created by the gods. So it stands to reason the gods could destroy it.
Riz just looks at Kelara.
Godfrey looks at Kelara.
Aurontiros looks at Hazeal.
Hazeal looks at Aurontiros. Like,
I ship it.
Lebanon looks down the hole just in case.
Just
However, reaching the flames will be no small task. Lord Soth controls them, and Soth is a peerless foe. You are quite resourceful, each and every one of you. But you won't be able to stand against him. His damnation is too strong.
Have you met us?
I say this without ego or arrogance. He would destroy you. However, I believe there's another way. Hidden somewhere in the chambers ahead is an ancient elven relic known as the Mirror of Reflected Pasts. Any who gaze upon it are gifted a vision of their own past. Given the horrors that Soth has inflicted upon this world, I believe the mirror could stun him long enough for you to extinguish the flame.
well, if that's all we have, then
So we shouldn't look at the mirror, is what you're saying.
If you wish to, you'll be shown your own past. I doubt that any of you have anything that would be able to wound you as deeply as his. Do you know his story?
bits and pieces.
Soth was once a noble knight. In the years before the Cataclysm, Soth was a Solamnic knight of the Order of the Rose. He ruled the province of Nightland from Dargard Keep. However, he fell from grace when he rescued a company of Sylvanesti elves from raiders, including the priest Isolde and her attendants. Though Soth was married, he fell in love with Isolde, and shortly after, his wife died. He and Isolde married, but days later, before the body had even been laid to rest properly. For disrespecting his wife's memory, the Knights of Solamnia cast him from their orders. Soon after, the gods called Soth to redeem himself by preventing the cataclysm at the expense of his life. But Soth failed in his quest. and the cataclysm rained fire upon the world. For his disobedience, for his ruin, he was cursed. And Dargard Keep became a prison, a ruin, that he would haunt for all of time. That is the story that most know. What is not as commonly known is why he failed. When Soth began his God-given quest to avert the cataclysm, he encountered Isolde's attendants. They blamed him for leading her away from her holy path as a priestess. They played on his jealousy, falsely accused Isolde of being unfaithful. Enraged, he turned his back on the cataclysm and the god's direction and returned to Dargard Keep to confront her, to murder her, and to reclaim what scant traces of honor he had. It was as he did that the gods unleashed the cataclysm on the world. With Isolde's dying breath, she cursed him to suffer one lifetime for every life lost in the cataclysm. Those who follow him were reanimated as well. And Isolde's attendants who perished in the cataclysm, their spirits could never be laid to rest. Not so long as Soth walked Kryn, they would remain and ensure he suffer and fail. This is why I ask you, take this prize from him. Take this victory from Soth and lay him low again.
We will. And thank you.
Do you know where these fires are? Are they like in the in a furnace? Like, would we expect them to be low down, or are they in like the throne room where he can control them easy? Do you know where they are?
Climb to the highest part of the bastion of Tarkasis. You will find them.
Up.
He is not a man who... Let's say he has no lack of love for himself.
So he's compensating, you're saying?
As far as I understand, yes. I do assume that it burned off in the cataclysm.
Wait. We're talking about his pride, right?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
We're talking about every man's pride, Aurontiros. And also his shame.
Their hair?
That definitely burned off in the cataclysm as well.
Oh.
So where's the mirror?
As we're picturing burned Ken doll Soth.
No, see, we need to show him his shame with the mirror.
Yes. Look where it is in Soth. Look at it. Look at it.
You guys finally broke me.
Go ahead of you. It is somewhere inside of the ruins beneath the bastion. I thank you. I cannot take on Soth's plans alone. But you may. How else would you have gotten this far?
It's hidden, obviously, because Soth hasn't found it, or doesn't think that he...
I don't believe he knows of it.
Is it Do you know if it's warded by anything, like strange magics or straight up just normal traps?
I believe it is in the tomb of an ancient elf. I'm not certain what type of protections are on that tomb. Although given your experience with the dark and unholy up to this point, I doubt it's anything too far beyond your realm of experience.
Hopefully, no more possessions.
Or cursed taxes.
Can you, are you able to help guide us to it? Show us the way?
She turns and gestures down this passageway.
I don't know about the rest of you, but if it can give us a better shot, I think we should get the mirror.
Oh, it
Yeah.
sounds like we're not going to be able to do anything unless we get this mirror.
How
I'd at least
convenient.
rather not take the chance that we can't do anything.
Yeah.
How convenient that fate has brought you, Soth, and the thing of his undoing in one place. It seems the gods are not without a sense of humor.
If all I've learned about the old gods and the dead gods is that they always seem to have a sense of irony and humor in them.
I wish you all the best. Bring him to his knees for me. Bring him to his knees for Kryn. So she will gesture down the hall and will say, "Good luck. Perhaps we will meet again." And as she does so, she will fade from view, becoming ghostly, and then vanishing altogether.
Okay.
Alright. Let's go find a mirror so we can show Soth how pretty he is.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I guess we should try and think also of ways to, like, try and force him to look at it.
I was gonna say, do you think we could, like,
Trick him.
chop it up into pieces? I know it's bad luck to break a mirror, but if we got, like, different shards of it, and then we all just, like, encircled him, you'd have to look at
Magic
someone.
might be tied to the wholeness of the mirror.
Mm.
So if it
Yeah,
broke, that would
usually
break too. I wouldn't
Magic
want to
item,
risk it.
it breaks. It, yeah, loses
That's
everything.
true.
Maybe, somebody. I'm not suggesting the one who's good at this, but somebody could maybe sneak in and just have it appear in front of him, and so he's forced to look at it. But
Oh, that could work.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah,
it
let's
also
get the
depends.
mirror
I mean,
first.
he might be like, whatever.
Hopefully, it's not a standing mirror.
Yeah, we all just have to roll it.
Hopefully, it's not attached to a cave wall or something.
Oh, that's very true.
Doubt it would be attached. But I'm just.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how big this mirror is. I've been picturing like a full-sized wall mirror in my head, but I think it's probably a little smaller than that, or not.
We'll find out when we get there, and then we can make a plan. How about that?
Yeah, that's very true.
Let's continue with our archaeological adventures.
Yes, let's
Sounds good.
let's try and I guess be stealthy as we can.
All right.
Yeah.
Moving through the tunnels ahead of you. Can I get a stealth roll off of everyone? Okay, so that's an 8 from Levna.
Oh my god, I'm so glad I got the reliable talent because I've rolled a 1 and then now I've rolled a 2, so that's
An 8 from Godfrey.
Hey, double night 8s. Clang,
15.
clang, clang. Okay, 15.
Wait,
For
did
a total
Revna
of 4.
did Levna roll with disadvantage?
Yes.
Okay.
Was it, you say a total of 4, Christine?
Yep.
Oh, this is great. All right, Aurontiros.
I suppose I could add my proficiency bonus and make it 8, but I don't think that's going to help much.
You'd be tied with the other knights, or with the knights.
Humans. Team human.
Team
Team
human.
human.
Clank, clank,
Team
clank,
stealthy
clank,
human.
clank. Ow.
Team human, no seeing dark and no be quiet.
I
That
moved
sounds
my
like us.
arm.
Oh no. No, Christine.
Riz is. I rolled a 2, and I'm still the second stealthiest. Ah,
Okay.
yeah, reliable
All right,
talent.
what'd you get, Hazel?
Oh wait, it's not 15. Sorry,
12.
I forgot. It's reliable talent.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
22.
yours is like
23.
23.
23.
All right, and Aurontiros, what'd you get?
Dirty 20.
Okay, so we've got 1, 2. Sounds good. Let me just check something real quick. What's my? You think the developers of Wizards of the Coast foresaw how often people would have to say "What's my PP" for this game?
What's my BB?
What is it? I don't know.
Technically, half of us pass the group stealth check.
Depending on the difficulty. It scales up
Oh.
sometimes. Remember?
Oh, yes.
But in this case, moving your way forward, you are going to head down this corridor in front of you. It splits and works its way around. You can see that there are 2 potential ways inside of the room ahead of you. A fissure has opened in a wall to the south, and to the north side of this fork, you can see where it looks like a burial crypt set into the wall, like a catacomb, has been opened. A small character could easily make their way through there. Anyone else would have to, it would be rough terrain. But as you are moving your way up, Riz, looking through the hole, since you're the first one there, you are going to see that evenly spaced about the perimeter of this chamber are numerous bricked over stone archways. Plaques are set into many of these arches. At the room's center stands a raised stone dais bearing an ominous statue. A double door, a smaller door, and a stairwell stand at the east end of this room. However, that's not all you'll see. As you look inside, you can detect that there are several guards standing about the room. One huge skeletal minotaur, and 2 others, knights that have decomposed down to their bones, holding a deathly vigil. As you're looking inside of this, so I'm guessing that, Riz, I'm kind of picturing that you kind of crept your way up through the northern of the 2 passages at that fork, and are kind of looking through one of these bricked up crypts that has been broken open. You're kind of like looking between some of the broken bricks, and you can see that there is this strange altar in the center of the room, as well as 2 knights flanking it, and 1 huge minotaur skeleton standing vigil at the base of the stairs up to that dais. What do you all want to do?
So, Riz will kind of like go back and explain what she sees to everyone, and then ask, so, what do you want to do? You're very good with the undead, aren't you, Kelara? You want to just go in there and like rain holy fire onto them?
Well, I can try. Christine is just checking spells.
Sounds good. I'm going to switch us to our map frames. So, peering into the room, you can see the edge of these figures. Kelara, checking your spells over, what do you find?
Unless I want to use up my high-level spells this early on. I don't really have anything wide range that'll do a lot of radiance.
Okay, so do we just want to then try and give a little sneak attack then at them?
Or maybe one big, maybe not big spell, but most of my stuff is pretty. I kind of want to save it for things. Any of my wide ranging.
Perhaps.
I mean, I'll go up and stab, but stabbing doesn't tend to do well against bones.
Yeah.
You said one of these paths was quite cramped.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's when I came from.
The southern one is quite large, and if anybody steps into that, let me know.
Perhaps perhaps we can try and distract them and get them to chase after us and come up that way. Levna and I can try and bottleneck them there.
Oh, I could sneak through and then I could sneak through the top and go behind and do the pincer maneuver.
You want us to lure them?
Try and lure them in here.
I can help with that, possibly.
Are you saying that you're going to make me bait?
Us. Bait.
No,
Oh, good.
well,
Well, you want to be bait, Hazeal?
You
I'm
guys are
saying that-
masturbators.
I could possibly grab one of them and pull them in closer.
That works.
All
That
right,
would then bring the other two, or the others.
let's do it then.
Okay. Riz, do you want to get ready to maybe do a pincer attack?
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
Levna and I will, I guess, flank each other, kind of block off the front of the main path.
That sounds good. Then we'll rain holy fire down on them. She nods at Kelara.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I can
mean-
try. I'd like to keep to lower level stuff just in case Soth is difficult.
Yeah.
I doubt he's going to be
We
easy.
can do this
Exactly.
one at a time. We don't need the grand things.
Fair.
So,
All right.
Levna and I here and here, like kind of where Kelara is, I guess.
Probably a bit further up.
Okay.
There probably gives us the best chance. Okay, so you kind of
Yeah.
go to the wider point of the tunnel and prepare
Sounds good.
yourselves. And can I get an initiative roll off everybody?
Oh, yes, you can.
All right, Levna with a 15. Let's roll for these guys.
Somebody's cursed my frickin' dice tray. I
me.
swear.
Same with mine. So initiative is an ability check, right?
Yeah, so it counts as so it works. Yeah.
Oh, my lowest initiative is gonna be a 23 now.
Are you proficient with initiative, though?
I am. I am proficient and have expertise in initiative.
Wait.
What?
Wait.
Yeah. What?
Not expertise. I have my alert feature, which is onto
I
that.
say, how do you have
Yeah.
expertise?
But it's not
Skill.
proficiency, right?
Oh yeah. So I guess you wouldn't have reliable talent for initiative.
Oh no, I wouldn't. No, I have.
Yeah.
I have a huge initiative, which is it's the exact same as my. It's the exact same as my expertise, but because I add my charisma as well because of the swashbuckling feat,
Gotcha.
it brings me up to the
Ah,
it's
okay.
the exact same thing. So you're right.
Gotta,
It's not.
We gotta give Cal hope to beat
It's
you in
true.
initiative.
All right,
Okay,
so that's
and
a 15
Hold on.
instead, actually.
What's your initiative? It's your dex plus your charisma mod.
plus
plus
whatever.
5?
yeah, swashbucklers, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yep.
the initiative then. Looking
I've
at
beaten
this,
her like twice.
I
I
have
think we're all-
Aurontiros. Okay, I have something else after the surprise round. I have Hazeal. I have something else after the surprise round. Then I have Riz, and here's the one that's gonna burn Riz's ass, tied with Levna.
Oof. Ouch, that hurts.
Right. Then it's gonna be something else. Then we are at Godfrey, and Kelara. All right. You prepare yourselves. Wait. Then attack. Aurontiros, what are you doing?
Well, that little gap is enough to fit a sword or an arrow.
Absolutely.
Through. Maybe even both.
Maybe
Yeah,
even
let's
both.
do both. I'm going to squeeze past Rizira, aim through that little break in the wall, and, well, the others wanted to lure them over, so let's let loose an arrow at the northernmost one, the one deepest in the room.
All right, so the Death Knight at the north, go ahead and make me an attack roll with advantage because he doesn't see you coming.
All right. Like 28.
That's going to be a hit. Roll me damage.
All right, two. That is an 8 total with the bow.
Okay. Your bow slashes across, or your arrow slashes across the air, plunging into the back of the Death Knight. 8 points of damage. Cool. Makes my math easy. All right, and bonus action?
And let's toss the sword in there as well to hit the same
All
same
right.
one.
Go ahead. Your sword is going to fly through the air. This one does not have advantage because the first one hit. Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
All right. That one is 24.
Damn, that's going to be a hit. What we got?
Ooh, max damage. 13.
Okay.
The singing sword.
All right, your singing sword lashes through the gap, smashes into the shield, into the skeleton's helmet, partially spinning it around. As it does so, it's going to lurch and look for you. The giant minotaur skeleton is going to, not notice at this point. Hazeal, it's your turn.
Cool. I want to go up so that I'm about 15 feet, but as far into the tunnely bit as I can be from
Okay.
that one that's there.
I'm able to move after my attacks.
Yes, you are able to move after your attack.
You've moved.
I'll peek back, be less of a target for them.
All right, so you want to get about, just in front of Godfrey and Levna, or right behind them?
Oh, sorry, was that directed at me or?
Yes. So when you're moving into the tunnel to get your access to the enemies, do you want to hide behind Godfrey and Levna?
No, I need to be within 15 feet.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15. Okay, so you will have to go right to the edge of the tunnel to
That's
do
fine.
so. And go ahead. What do you do?
I'm going to use lightning lure.
Ooh. What do I have to roll
He
for
needs
this?
to make a strength saving throw.
That's going to be 5 plus not enough. What do you got?
So it pulls him 10 feet towards me in a straight
Okay.
line.
Okay.
And then he ends up within 5 feet of me, and I do damage. So I'm going to do that.
10, okay.
Which is... Oh. Is it level 11 that cantrips do things? It is level 11 that
It is
cantrips
level
do
11,
things.
yeah.
So that's more damage. That's 9 damage, which is sad on 3d8, but that's okay.
Yep.
And then I'm going to move 10 feet back, or however many feet back that I can towards Godfrey and Levna.
Okay, so he's within 5 feet of you at the end of this?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so he will have an opportunity attack.
That's fine. I'm almost
Alright.
full health. It's fine.
Okay. Actually, he can't. It hasn't been his turn yet, so he doesn't get reactions
Also
because of the
true.
surprise condition.
There we go.
So
Yay.
you step forward, your lightning lure lashes out, smashes into him, pulls him forward, and he turns around to strike you, but before he can, you are going to, so you basically can get right before them because of your movement speed. Right?
And that's
So
fine.
You know
Yeah,
what?
'cause
You
my
would have been
movement
able to.
speed's-
You would have been able to plan this before you guys acted.
Okay, cool.
It doesn't make sense that I would penalize you for where your token was when you're doing a surprise round, right?
Fair. Also, when I don't have Roll20 open and can't move it myself.
Yeah, because your computer is not happy with it.
Yeah, it doesn't like it.
It doesn't like it. All right, Death Knight number 1 is going to pull the arrow out of its chest and glare at the crypt. At least you assume it's glaring. It's a skeletal knight. Yeah. Who knows? Riz and Levna. Do you want to go first, or should Levna go first?
Levna can go first because I don't really know what to do yet. So yeah,
Okay.
Levna go first.
Levna is going to step up to the edge of the hole to not waste the opportunity and make 2 attacks, which is not going to be as good because she doesn't have an ally within 5 feet. But one of those is a nat 20, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. Okay, Levna is at a plus. Just double checking something. Plus 4, plus 6. Okay, 1 hit, 1 miss, but the hit is a crit. So, it's going to be 13 points of damage to that one. And is going to... So that is 13 points off of that. She's going to rush up, slam into it for 13 points of damage, and then is going to move back next to Godfrey because it is still not been its turn yet. Which is just swell, really. All right, with that, Riz, you're up.
So, just want to check. We planned to lure them into the tunnel, so I don't really want to get out into the field and show where I am. Correct.
True. You could move behind them in the main tunnel and hit them with a hoopak, though.
Well, I was gonna do that from the little corner. I can do that, probably.
True. You might give away your location, but then again, you were just shot from that hole, so.
Yeah.
So.
Aurontiros already shot from that hole, so.
It's true.
Yeah.
No one explained the plan to Aurontiros.
Well, I thought with the surprise round we were gonna lure them in and then get to act, not this way. So
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that guy, the northern guy just hasn't had a turn yet to come investigate where he got shot from.
yeah.
All right, so what are we doing, Riz?
Riz is gonna. Oh yes, Riz is gonna take out her hoopak because the bizarre thing is it still has bludgeoning damage, and she's going to bonus action steady aim and go for the Minotaur.
All right.
Because I'm assuming he is less than 100 feet away from me if I go near the edge.
He is, yes.
Cool. All right, so bonus action steady aim. And I will take a little swing with my hoopak. Oh my gosh, my dice are cursed. 9. Oh, this is magical because Riz had switched to her. She had switched her Iron Stone to do the magical was on her hoopak now. So this is a 19 to hit.
Okay. That will hit.
Perfect. A D4 plus 66 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, go ahead and give it to me.
Fantastic to just even conceptualize there. Just pulling out all my D6s. That's great. I made sure I loaded up on them.
Now, I am just going to comment here real quick while you do the massive amounts of damage. It appears that Roll20 has decided to give everybody vision up to 60 feet in here, where you normally would only have vision of 20 feet.
Oh, so
you technically would have disadvantage on the attack. However, Hazeal, on your turn, would you have the Drift Globe move into the room?
Yeah, because now we're obvious.
Okay, cool. I have a something good happens. So boom, there you go. You already had that done. There is no disadvantage. We're all good.
Yay. Okay. Because I rolled them at the same time, so I couldn't even say which was my first roll to take.
Totally fine. I was looking at it, I'm like, your vision is surprisingly long for a Kender's.
Well, I also, because I remember you saying that I could see the Minotaur, so that's why I was like, oh, I can hit it because I can see it.
I did, yes, I did describe that, so there we go. What happens when we take Dragonlance off for a week? I forget about Minotaurs.
I forget about Minotaurs all the time.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's bull.
35 points of bludgeoning damage, magical.
Are you kidding me? Really?
66 plus 6. Magical. On bludgeoning, on a skeletal. Please tell me Riz one-shot the Minotaur.
You one-shot the Minotaur. How do you do it?
Yes!
So, do I have a xylophone noise I can play? This Minotaur has 67 hit points. How do you do it?
It's so beautiful. I think Riz swings the hoopak, gets released, it goes in one eye, and then just ping-pongs its way down. Just
little like lights are going like ding, ding, ding,
bones.
ding, 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 ding.
Like a pinball
Yeah, like
machine,
pinball.
knocking
Yeah,
its
exactly.
ribs apart, and
You're like multi-ball, multi-ball, multi-ball.
Yep. Oh my god, that's amazing.
The Minotaur had a nat 20 on initiative too. I was hoping to do something with it.
I got the Kelly. I got that. I'm so happy.
All right, you got the me adjusting my glasses and rubbing my temple. Good job.
Yep. Then Riz will back up from her hole. This
All
is
right.
great.
Death Knight number 2 that's been lightning lured and magic sworded is going to kind of shake itself off and look at you and glare with its fiery eyes. And Godfrey, it's your turn.
Okay.
You're up, Hotshot.
Yeah, let's go up to the.
Are you going within
Go up
5
to-
feet, or are you using your range?
Oh,
your reach?
yeah, I've got range.
You got reach,
That should
baby.
do. Stabby, stabby.
Let's do it.
All right.
I will say it is not a dragon.
What?
Yeah.
Sus.
First attack. I rolled a 2. That'll be a 14.
All right,
I'm
14
guessing that misses.
is going to be a miss.
Second attack is also a miss with another 2 for 14. I have not rolled over.
Jesus Christ.
a
Come on,
eight tonight.
your dice.
Right. You can use 1 point of my luck, but that's
That's it.
Do you have determination?
You know what? Let's
Because
try.
that might make it an
determination.
18, right?
I think I do. Do I have?
That might
determination?
hit.
You do? Yeah, everybody does.
Let's use an 18.
An 18 will hit.
Yes. Oh my gosh. This has been a brutal night. So it's not a dragon, you say?
It's not a
That's
dragon.
just
he says with a sigh.
13 damage.
You got
magic.
spoiled on dragons, really.
I know. I really did.
Don't worry,
13
Lord
magic
Soth
damage.
will be a dragon.
Lord Soth will be part dragon at least. All right, so stepping forward, you are going to plunge your Dragonlance pike into this thing's chest. Magical energy is going to erupt as it does so, but not the type that you have been accustomed to. It is just a flare of divine light that pierces into it. And anything else you're doing on your turn?
That's it. I'm good.
Okay, Kelara, you're up. I will say these skeletal knights are dressed in plate mail. They are probably not super dexterous for anybody who is banking on that.
Sacred Flame.
Yep, here we go. That's a 6.
Woohoo! And it's now 3d8
It is.
with level 11. Ha! That's amazing. Almost max damage.
Oh, really?
20 points of radiant damage, please.
All right, radiant energy flares inside of its armor, burning parts of its ancient form, and is going to let out this horrible hissing death rattle. Now, the Skeletal Knights have joined the fight. Aurontiros, it is your turn, unless, Kelara, do you have anything you want to do as a bonus action?
No, but I am going to back up a little.
That's probably a good idea. All right, Aurontiros is up then.
All right. Gonna sneak forward to the little arrow shaft that Rizira and I have been shooting through.
Mm-hmm.
And how do these two guards look in terms of bones falling off them?
I'd say one is like half as bony as it should be, and the other's full of calcium, bro.
Let's get the half-boned one.
All right, let's get the one that needs
Not
calcium
the rest
deposits.
of his bones. Yeah.
All right,
Knock it off. 22.
is gonna be a
Arrow
hit.
That guy.
Give me damage. Is this an arrow shot or is this a?
That is an arrow shot.
All right,
And that is 10 total.
all right. 10 damage, smash into the side of the Skeletal Knight.
And let's bug him with the sword again.
All right, the other sword goes across the room and attacks his back. Give it to me.
18.
That is going to be a hit. Roll me damage.
All right. Oh, the sword is... that's 13 from the sword.
All right, the sword slashes down his back and is going to rattle his bones, I will say. Are you stepping back from the hole?
Going to step back from the hole. What weapons are these two holding?
The Skeletal Knights
I'm able
are
to see.
armed. They are blades that are made of raw, sucking shadow.
Okay, gonna back away from the hole then.
You're like, maybe not, maybe not.
Yeah, that's me.
All right, that's you. Hazeal, you're up.
Oh boy. Well, Sacred Flame.
All right, Sacred Flame. Does a 14 pass?
No, it does not.
Damn. Okay, I probably would have needed a 15.
That is. I like that. Sacred Flame is a cantrip. That is 15 damage.
15 damage? Okay.
Yep.
Sacred Flame ignites beneath this one, causing it quite a bit of damage before its turn. And it is going to be singed by this Sacred Flame. What else do you do?
That is all. I hang out back here behind my two very lovely bodyguards.
10, 20, 25. Oh, I can't quite do it. Okay, all right. That means it is the first Skeletal Knight's turn. The Skeletal Knight is going to see where the blade flew from. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Is my speed 30? My speed is 30. It is going to reach the cleft in the wall and try to reach through it, but cannot quite reach Riz and Aurontiros. Kind of holds its blade through, and as Riz lets out a little giggle, it is going to look at you, rear back, and is going to throw three throwing axes at you.
Cool.
Let's see, 1 at you and 2 at Aurontiros. we'll say, because he's bigger. So you are this one. That is going to be a 19 on Riz.
That'll hit. I will
19
probably
on
uncanny...
Aurontiros. You're gonna uncanny dodge it?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
19.
Yeah. Riz, for you, that is going to be an initial 16 points of slashing damage.
I'm going to use cutting
8.
words on the one that hit me.
Okay, go ahead.
That's an ugly skeletal glare if I ever saw one. I rolled an 8.
Okay, so that axe is going to fly behind you, almost skipping off Kilara's armor as it embeds in the wall behind you. And the other axe is just going to glance off the side of the wall. That is his turn. It is Riz or Levna.
Riz would love to go first.
Riz, you may go first. What do you do?
Steady aim and throw the hoopak at him.
Okay, just the entire hoopak just goes through the slot. You're like, oh damn, I should have stated that better. I've played with DMs like that. Don't be that DM, guys.
No.
Yeah, right.
Use my hoopak to do a ranged attack.
Right.
And throw a pebble
So-
at him.
Stick
be-
it in a bow and use it like an arrow.
Yeah, exactly. Don't be the DM equivalent of the can I go to the bathroom teacher. I don't know,
Oh my
can you?
God.
Oh man, that's the
Oh,
worst.
what the fuck?
What'd you
What
get?
the fucking fuck? I got 2 nat 20s on advantage there.
You guys apologize.
Hold
if you roll
on.
one more, according to D&D rules, you insta-kill anything.
You're welcome, Robin. I'm taking the nat 1 hit for you so you can roll the 20s tonight.
Kalara walked so that Riz could run.
With my
Hello,
poor
Trip.
nat 1 initiative tonight.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's what it was.
All right, so
This is better.
Riz, I think you should use Smite on this one. I think you should use Sneak Attack on this one. I think you should use...
Oh, yes.
What?
Critted sneak attack.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, 12d6 here.
It's her first sneak... Is it your first critted sneak attack of the game?
Man.
It's my first created sneak attack of the game at episode 37.
Well, there was one when you were invisible
Was there? Oh yeah, there was one. This is my second. This is my
against the
second.
big slowed guy.
Oh right. So that was 21, 25, 30, 33,
Ones.
50 bludgeoning points magical.
50 bludgeoning to this one. Now, unfortunately, these skeletal knights are not vulnerable to bludgeoning damage, but that still rocks his socks. You know what? I'm gonna say for that, you hit him in the skull. Well, I mean, there's not much else there. You hit the skeleton right in the face so hard you knock his head completely around, and he has to reach up and go ka-chunk back forward to see you.
Riz is gonna wave, and then just as an object interact, she's just gonna grab the hand axe that he threw and go, "Thank you."
It hisses at you. All right. Levna is going to go... you got my back, right? And before listening to your response, is going to charge forward at the first skeletal knight. And take 2 swipes. That is a hit. And number 2, that is a crit. God, I love champions so much, guys.
Oh, that... Right, because they get a feature where their crits are 19s as well.
Crits are 19, and she has advantage if she's within 5 feet of an ally. So I've got a 1 in 10 chance of critting, or a 1 in
10%, right?
a 1 in 5 chance of critting.
Yeah, damn.
I can't roll for crap. First attack is going to be a whopping 16 points of damage as she smashes into it, and the next one is just going to take this skeletal knight's head clean off. As she takes a step forward, looks over at the other skeleton knight, and gives him the finger. Respectably, sir. Fuck you.
I thought you were gonna say grabs the hand off of the dead skeletal knight and gives him the finger of his comrade.
Well, I do now. Levna's gonna grab that, and then the Death Knight that was fighting the Skeletal Knight does not have a turn because he's dead. Which means it's Godfrey's turn.
I don't think you need me to watch your back too much.
I'm just inspiring you with my amazing butt.
With your amazing but what?
I don't comment on that, and just keep going. Run past Levna, and it's like, well, let's see if it worked, and try and stab the remaining guy.
Stab the knight.
Oh, that'll be a 26.
That probably hits him.
For 18 damage.
18 damage, that'll work.
And a 23. Oh, it did for another 18 damage. It was inspiring, god damn it.
She's got great glutes. She doesn't mean it in like a sexy way. She's like, it's like an aspirational thing.
It's just impressive.
Inspirational.
It's just impressive.
If you did as many squats as Levna, you too could have the gluteus maximus.
What about bicep curls for pretty girls,
obviously.
though?
Yeah, well, I
we
mean, he's
did
already
try
got
to
one
teach. We were trying to teach squats by using Godfrey as well, I think, at one point.
That's right.
That's true. All right.
What do you think Aurontiros has been doing with those extra 4 hours each
So that was
night?
18 and 18?
18 and 18.
Oh, this Skeletal Knight is not having a good day. He's still up. Your pike strike slams through his chest, jarring and shattering many of the ribs there. Kelara, it's your turn. What do you do?
Sacred Flame.
Are you certain?
Yeah.
Okay, it's probably a good idea because I only rolled a 10.
Uh, 16.
All right, how do you do it?
I think it just kind of comes into being over its head and then just kind of touches down.
All right, and it is going, the spark of undeath that permeates it is going to burn out. And with that, the fight is over. Ahead of you, you see that there is a wide crypt illuminated by the floating drift globe. In the center of it, an immense dais rises up with a strange altar atop of it.
Riz is gonna start approaching into the room. I have a little look-see-do at this crypty-poo.
Okay.
Aurontiros is going to do their best to keep everyone from flooding in and kind of put out their arm. I'm not sure if this is where she meant, but we were warned that it may be heavily trapped. So, everyone keep their eyes open.
All right.
Good idea.
As you step into the room, keeping your eyes open, the drift globe will pass over the altar at the center. At the center of the crypt, it illuminates the stark features of a statue with a robed figure bearing a grim skull for a face. Before the statue, a pair of skeletons kneel, holding an altar of polished black stone between them.
Does the figure in the statue have pointed ears like an elf?
No.
No, okay.
Now, as you look around the room, you are also going to notice that many of these crypts have plaques in front of them. And Hazeal, as you wander out from behind Levna into the room, you will see that there is a plaque crushed on the ground of the ripped open tunnel. Glancing down at it, you'll see that it reads, Akant, Prince of Minotaurs. And in fact, this crypt looks like it was rent open enough to allow a giant Minotaur skeleton to walk out of. What do you all do?
Let's start investigating.
Yeah, take a look at the other plaques.
Sounds good.
Yeah, Riz will go and get the stone that she used to one-shot the Minotaur, and she'll collect that again because obviously that was a lucky rock.
It's a lucky rock, absolutely. So why don't we go ahead and start searching around the room? Let's start with, we'll start with Riz. So they're in a semicircle. So I'm going to use basically like numbers to reach them.
Mm-hmm.
So you're moving out of the 8 o'clock spot. That's where the hole is. Immediately above it is the one on the westernmost one at 9 o'clock. Riz, as you head up to it, you will see on the plaque it says Minara of the Scarlet Robes. And as you lean forward, you think that you can hear crying from inside.
Guys, this one's crying?
Crying.
Well, if somebody's in there, we need to get them out. We can't just leave somebody there.
Well, Godfrey. Somebody?
They're undead.
Can I just like do a brief look at all of this and go, yeah, this has been here forever?
Yeah, with stone kind of like these bricks have been up here for hundreds of years.
My expert opinion is that I don't
Knocks
think
on
she's
wall.
alive.
Yep, that's brick.
So they couldn't have like theoretically put a prisoner here or something.
They're bricked over. You don't think recently.
Okay.
But what do you know about brick?
And Hazeal will
right?
confirm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Riz is gonna leave that be for now and keep looking.
All right. Down at the south, Godfrey, you're looking around as well. So starting, so there are 4 in a row at the 6 o'clock mark. The first one that Hazel's next to will say Nessa Coalcracker, expert engineer. The one beyond it says Asa the traitor. The one beyond it has a missing plaque, and the final one in the row also has a missing plaque. Riz, heading around to the 10 o'clock spot. At the north, you will see a missing plaque, followed by, at the 11 o'clock, scratches that make the plaque unreadable. Beyond that, Lori Wanwillow. More scratches. And on the last 2, you notice that one, the plaque is mixing, but the final one says Osrin the Immortal.
Is Osrin? Is that the name of the elf guy?
No.
Does anyone know? Godfrey, are these knights? Levna, are these knights?
Can I see if I recognize any of the?
Yeah.
Actually, I'll let them, because they tend to know history better, and I'll investigate this middle. Whatever it is in the middle of the room here.
Sure, this large altar. As you take a step toward it, can you do me a favor? I want you to make me a wisdom save as you put your first step onto the altar. Onto the stairs in front.
Oh, wisdom. That's not one of the ones I'm proficient in. Unless... Are we allowed to add determination to our rolls for saves?
Yes, you are.
Mhm.
I'm definitely going to do that.
You can also use your lucky, don't forget.
That is true. It's not so bad that I'm going to use lucky. I'm going to add... So with determination, that's going to be 1 second here. We had our proficiency, correct?
You had your proficiency.
Thank goodness. 16 with determination.
As you step up on it, you will feel fear strike into your heart for a moment, and then wash over you like a cool breeze. Every part of this altar is reefed in doomed energy, but you are strong enough to overcome it and step forward if you'd like.
Oh. Bad vibe altar, everyone.
Good to
And,
know.
well, I've come this far, so let's step forward.
A voice echoes inside of your mind, Aurontiros, deep and guttural.
I find you worthy. Join me, and I will open the river of souls to you.
Did everyone else hear that?
Hear what?
Yeah, what? What are you talking about, Aurontiros?
Okay.
Do you accept?
Things.
Join him and he will open the river of souls.
Oh, I would say no, Aurontiros. Don't
Aurontiros,
join.
does your heart accept or decline?
Yeah, no. It declines.
Suddenly, as you do that, the two skeletal figures holding the altar up, their jaws will open and black smoke will begin to roil out from their gaping maws. And suddenly, it begins to roil forward, coalescing into a figure made of putrid smoke in the center of the room. The creature rises up and prepares to do battle with you. A creature made of unholy fog and the stench of death, which will fight right after this quick break. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. Whoop whoop. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is the part of the program where we would normally talk to the chat, but Christine just got her COVID shot and she's very, very exhausted. So we're going to keep this super, super brief just to let you know, hey, you, join the Patreon because you want to support the channel, right? You love us. We love you too, random citizen. Come to Extra Life because it's going to be a lot of fun. And I am apparently going to have to sing a lot. Also, if you donate to me, I will do weird things to my facial hair. I got to post that menu up very soon because I'll do weird shit to my facial hair. Or I'll just shave my beard off. What do you say, folks? Pay for me to be clean shaven.
Rainbow beard.
Spoiler alert, I'm going to do weird stuff to my facial hair too.
That's just
I
your
think I
natural
put that
form.
if I reach $500 in donations, then I'm going to dye my hair, and if I reach 1,000, I'm getting a tattoo. So
Oh,
Nice.
See, I would do that. No, I'm fine with doing that. Wait, what was your dyeing hair number?
I said 500 if I get 500 in donations.
This was my
You can dye your hair.
$1,000
Should I?
right there.
No. Yes.
you should.
Oh, I love
Should.
that.
You know what? I'll flip my arm around real
I just
quick.
feel
most
tattoos.
Mostly the
Problem is I
dyeing the
don't.
hair and the tattoo are things I want to do, and I'm just using this as a push for.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
how
I
it
did the
be.
dye my
Whatever.
hair thing a couple years ago. But the next color I want to do is like gray. So
You look really good with
Nice.
that.
Oh, like a
Mhm.
platinum or like a more.
no, like silver.
No,
Like
Like
an
art-
e-girl gray.
Arctic blonde.
No, like literally gray.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I
Uh-huh,
want to.
blast.
I want to go. I want to go all gray.
Oh, you want to go all gray?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've wanted
He's
to
been
for
wanting
a
it for
long
years.
time, and I've been thinking about it. I get excited when I'm like, look at all the grays. More.
All right. I think that's great. So come to Extra Life this weekend, folks. Bones Coffee, Bookwyrm guys. There we go. I did my shtick. Yeah. Let's jump back into this. We're gonna go a little shorter. We're gonna get to a nice stopping point and then call it when it's natural for us. But I know that a couple of players are starting to feel a little ick. It's that time of year. So we are gonna be doing that. Also, quick note, next week, we are a player down. Chris has to go to a wedding somewhere off in the far east of BC, or something like that. You got to go somewhere. So Chris is not going to be here. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing our How to Run Chapter 7 Part 1, because I think all of the stuff at Calaman is really needing of a How to Run episode. Just as much as the temple is. So we'll do the Flying Citadel and everything else after at the end of the chronicle. That'll include the epilogues and stuff like that. But we're going to do next week is going to be how to run the Battle of Calaman. So you can join us for that. We'll be down Chris, but that way we don't have to run this important part of the end game without him. And
It's so long too that it's good to have a breakup.
I'm really surprised this chapter isn't broken in half. Like it really should be.
Mm-hmm.
I will
Long
have an
chapter.
Extra Life schedule posted sometime in the next 24 hours. And with that, I think it's time for us to head back into game. Y'all ready for this?
yes,
All
do
right.
it.
All right, here we go. Welcome back to Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen, here on Dork Tales. As you reject the call inside of your head, there is a swell across the room. Smoke billows out of the skeletal figures in front of you and coalesces into an awful creature of smoke and death. And with that, I would like an initiative roll, please.
Oh, I'll take it. It's a 15.
Oh, there we go. That's some numbers that we like to see.
Okay. Let's do
Somebody
initiative.
has cursed my dice tray.
Are you sure they didn't get replaced by Amy's dice?
Yeah.
I don't know.
If
I
Amy
feel like
starts
maybe
rolling
she
great
took
next
herself
game.
and snuck in and traded out my dice for hers.
Mine's cursed too, somehow. so.
I'm not used to this.
Jen, this dice of yours that you made has been nice tonight.
Good.
Bam,
Jen's
bam,
dice are
bam.
nice.
All right, so
Jen's
we've got
dice
Riz
are
with a
nice.
31. We've got...
Can I crit
Uh,
on the initiative?
No, what'd you get?
27.
Okay, damn
Basically,
near.
this has all started happening since I got my shelf and created a dice drawer. I feel like my dice are offended by the dice drawer.
Okay.
Nah.
They don't
I
like
might have got
being
mad.
They want to be
contained so
free.
much. Yeah.
I had them in plastic tubs beforehand. They've got a nice, fancy, upgraded
Okay.
drawer.
But maybe
like
they like
slumming
to
it.
see. They like to see out of the plastic. Now they're hidden.
They're charged by light.
Nice. The drawer
They're
looks so
charged by
powered.
light.
By daylight and dawn.
And Kelara.
They've lost their radiant charges.
All right, at the
Yeah.
top of the initiative, we have, with a little bit of surprise, Rizira. Rizira, this figure coalesces in front of you atop this pillar. What do you do?
So is it, you said it was kind of made by smoke. Is it still looking smoky?
It is still looking quite... It looks like it's made of smoke.
Okay, cool. I'm just wondering because, yeah, the figure looks a little different. Roll 20, so I didn't know if it was more muddy or smoky. So
No, it is using a clay golem as its icon.
Okay, cool. No worries. I just wanted to double check that.
It's one of those things where, yeah, they didn't make a mini for it, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
Oh wait, they kind of did. Wait, so it turns into that, uses the stuff, but it actually linked the thing. Is that the same thing? It's literally the same thing. Hold on, there's better art for this thing I just found. One sec.
Nice. Cool.
I'm gonna just...
Glad I asked, then.
Oh, but I wanted to fight the thing.
Right? I know it does look
From
a little bit
Fantastic
like the thing. That's why I asked him, like, it looks like the thing.
It's clobbering time!
It's clobbering time.
I was gonna
I was
say,
like, did I miss the description where Kelly said, like, it goes
All
to
right,
smoke
you
and
damn
then-
dirty elf.
we need to worry. Where are the others?
Yeah, right? Flame on! Whoa, that is
That'd be
way more
interesting,
scary
villains.
looking.
Right? Boom. There we go. I can actually select it now.
So bigger, much bigger too.
Just gargantuan.
It got
Everybody
an
breathe
upgrade.
it in.
Okay, there we go. Much spoopier.
If,
All right, so
much
Riz,
more-
this figure of shadow erupts. What do you do?
Riz is going to... She's going to bonus action. She's going to try and taunt. So she's going to be like... Do you really spend your whole life being someone's shadow, or you could really just be your own self, but sip it to the light?
Okay, so... Oh, it can understand
is-
languages. One sec, just double checking something. Sounds good. What's my save for that?
It is a wisdom save of 16.
Okay.
Did you...
What happens if it fails?
It has disadvantage on all attack rolls against targets other than me.
Okay, I've got some
Until
good
the
news
start-
and some bad news for you.
What?
It botched,
Uh-huh.
which means that's going to affect it, but it is now solely targeting you. In fact, as you are looking at it, it is going to lurch around and stare at you.
Cool.
What do you want to do?
Cool. Well, that's gonna definitely do the rest of my turn. Riz is gonna be like, okay, I think that's not that many, so all of you guys hit it. And then she's going to, I'm just gonna see my movement here.
Squeeze through the hole.
Oh boy, don't you think I'm looking for that? All the crypts are closed, right?
All of the crypts except for those two busted open ones.
Cool. Riz is gonna start, she's going to run through her allies down the tunnel and action hide.
All right, that sounds great. Make me a hide roll.
Perfect.
Don't forget you can get farther because you can squeeze through that little hole
Oh
because
yes, that's true.
kenders are small, right?
This is true.
I'm a small kender.
Don't know if that helps, but
Just from looking at this thing and its appearance, I somehow doubt it'll have problems squeezing through space.
Shh. All right, stealth roll. Okay, here we go.
Okay, here we go.
I have determination, so you know I can use that. Oh, that's not too bad. That's gonna be a 30.
A 30.
Yes.
Okay. I will have to try to beat a 30 to find you. Aurontiros, it is your turn.
so it's pretty miffed at our kender, it looks like.
It is pretty steamed, one might say.
Is it very like smoky, like it doesn't have a physical form?
It is made of coalesced shadow, a hulking shadow, one might call it.
All right. In all my elfin shenaniganry, I must... Going to use Vicious Mockery on it. And if you could make me a wisdom save.
I refuse to make a wisdom save.
You refuse?
My dice refuses, at least. That's going to be a 4.
All right. So it has failed, which means it has disadvantage on its next attack roll. But I also do 3d4 psychic. I forgot that insulting things is psychic damage in this.
Oh, thank God.
And that... Oh. 9 psychic damage.
All right, you say that,
and
it's
out
going
the d4s in a while.
It's going to snarl in your direction, and then what else do you do with your turn?
Oh, that's my action. Going to pirouette the dancing blade from its sheath and see how this fares at slicing through it.
All right, go ahead.
I'm going to use determination.
Sounds good.
To make that a 17 total.
That'll hit. Your blade lashes out into it. How much damage do you do?
Of course. Now the dice give me a 1. 6 total with the sword.
All right. It looks slightly perturbed as you do that. It is going to rush forward. However, it is a physical shadow, and as it reaches the edge of the tomb that Riz jumped into, it is going to meet the wall, let out a snarl, and is going to slam its fist into the wall. Now, it does have disadvantage on this, because this is technically an attack. Which is really unfortunate for me, because that would have been a nat 20 to pursue Riz into the hole. Instead, it slams into the wall, not finding quite as much purchase as it would need to power through it, and is going to take its next attack against the wall. You saw now it has disadvantage on its first attack, right? With that?
I believe Vicious Mockery is disadvantage on the next attack roll. Yeah.
But it has disadvantage on all attacks that aren't against me.
This is technically against you because it's going after you.
It's pursuing you.
Okay, that's fair.
All right, so that is going to be a 21, however. Riz, there is an explosion of debris as it rips open the wall enough that it can actually move toward you. However, I believe that is going to be its turn. Speed of... I can never find speed. It's right there. Now, it only has a speed of 20, so it's not going to be able to reach through. However, I'm going to spend a hurt them more. And suddenly, it rips the wall open, creating enough room down the tunnel, which fills with debris and smoke. As it looks down, it's going to start to flicker around the edges and speed up. Levna, it is your turn. Wait, I'm Levna. Levna is going to take a look at Kelara and go, fuck it up, and take 2 attacks at it. And that's a hit and a crit. I roll more nat 20s with Levna. I need the 19, but my God, that's just so beautiful.
Levna crits so much. It's wonderful.
It's wonderful. She just doesn't do that much damage. Like, so 2
and her
hits.
initiative rolls are usually not great.
It's true. Tonight they've been wonderful, though. They've always been 15
yes.
plus. That is going to be, she is a +4 on damage, if I'm not mistaken. Oh,
Kelly.
Wait, yeah, plus, yeah.
Just out of curiosity, Levna's based on a fighter, right?
She's a sidekick.
Okay, just checking.
She does not have certain abilities. unfortunately. However, she does have the ability to do, what is that, 7, 13, 23 points of magical slashing damage to this creature as she grabs the magic sword that has like Ness's token at the bottom and slashes through it twice. And it is Godfrey's turn.
Okay, Godfrey is going to run up to it. And you know what? Kelara, let's switch places.
Oh, okay.
And take 7 to your AC until my next turn.
Nice.
Just in case it has some reach or something. And then
All right.
stabby.
Stabby, give it.
Stabby.
It is not a dragon.
Damn it. Some Dungeons and Dragons game doesn't even have dragons.
No, because it's a dungeon.
Yeah, we're in the
It's like
dungeon part. You had the
17
dragons
things.
earlier.
No,
Could
no,
it be a
the Shadow
there a
Golem is a
Dungeon
dungeon.
Labs?
If you go inside of him, there's loot. And potentially a dragon.
Okay.
Riz will
Now we're
go for a
talking.
little swim in
Oh,
the
so it's like a
shadow.
black hole.
Yeah.
Could be a whole universe inside of it.
Let's
Yeah,
find
there's-
out.
Multiverse.
There's a Vampire the
time.
Masquerade game inside of it right now.
Whoa.
I'm in. I dive into it, the black hole.
All right.
It's
Bye-bye.
25 to hit,
Yeah, that'll hit.
19 damage.
19
Or,
damage.
sorry, 9.
That's a little different.
Yeah. And that will be a 23 to hit,
That'll hit.
and another 9 damage. That's minimum.
Oh, woof. All right. Either way, you are going to smash into it twice, dealing a significant amount of annoyance to it, at the very least. As you do so, do you have anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
No.
All right. Hazel's up. Hazel, what are you doing? You're about 20 feet from this creature to the south, and see
Cool.
it rampaging through to try to kill Riz.
Yeah, that's great. I would like to cast Confusion on it.
Ooh.
It needs to do a Wisdom save.
What's the wording behind confusion? Is there anything that is it based on charm?
No.
Okay. Then in that case, I'll
So this spell assaults and twists creatures' mind-spawning delusions and provoking uncontrolled actions. Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw when you cast the spell or be affected on it. An affected
Okay.
target can't take reactions and must roll a d10 at the start of each of its turns to determine
Oh,
its
son of a-
behavior for that turn. That's all it says.
All right. I'm gonna let you in on something right now. I have spell resistance. I get to roll this with advantage.
Yeah.
Do you know what my high number is?
Is
7.
it 3?
It's
3.
1.
Wait.
Because I
So
rolled
I
a
rolled-
1. I rolled a
I
1
rolled-
and a 2. And I'm at a -1.
Oh.
So it's not a botch. I need to state that. It did not botch this. But
Yep.
it did get an unnatural 1.
Oh.
So
Fantastic.
Hazel, does that takes effect immediately,
Unnatural
right?
one.
Unnatural 1.
So,
So-
an affected target can't take reactions and must roll a d10 at the start of each of its turns to determine its behavior, and then it can make a Wisdom saving throw at the end of each of its turns.
Okay, I'm gonna pre-roll just so that I have it ready when it's its turn. I've put that in its box. All right. So Hazel,
And
you
I'm
cast
putting the details in the chat for you.
a zone of confusion around. Do you have anything else you'd like to cast or do?
No, because that's, I believe, concentration, so I kind of gotta hang on to that one.
All right, sounds good. Kelara, it is your turn now.
Okay. So it's pretty epically focused on Riz, right?
It is focused on Riz, absolutely.
Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame. I have advantage on this, and I rolled a 4.
He's getting all those bad luck dice out of the way now.
With
to
rolls like
stomp
this,
us
you can
with,
roll soft. Don't worry about the meter. Just go push him off the cliff tonight.
18.
like it's Baldur's Gate. Just push
I'm
him
not
off.
going to waste any spell slots at this point. Sacred
Can we
Flame
just
is
use the
just fine.
shove action to shove this guy between us, like bullies, like pushing a kid at a playground?
This
Stop
is what
hitting
I
yourself.
wanted to do with the taunt and run away, was you guys bully him.
Does
What's
this thing
great
seem
is
to have like reach?
It is pretty big, but it only has a only a reach of 5 foot.
Okay, I'm gonna back up some more.
Okay.
What's great with confusion is that I didn't use a spell slot for it because I have one available for free, and it means that hopefully it won't actually hit us, which is good.
God, because it can't use its reactions. All right, Kelara, backing away. This thing starts pulling at its scalp in confusion and rage. Riz, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
So if I'm hiding, would I get advantage on my attack?
Yes, on your first attack.
Cool. Riz is going to... What's my movement here? So 5, 10, 15, 20. 20 would get it in. Okay. Riz is going to go back to the wall.
To the windows.
Yep. And green flame blade with her rapier. And go for a slashy slash at the boy.
Okay, you have advantage because it cannot see you.
Yes. Yes. I'm really hoping. Oh, so close. That's still going to be a 27 to hit.
That's gonna be a hit.
Sweet. Oh, and my green flame blade went up because a level 11 cantrip. Okay, so 66. And then 3d8. Where's another d8? There we go. I enjoy being a rogue. That's a few ones there, though, unfortunately, and that one's cocked. Okay.
Okay.
3, 6, 10.
I just imagine sneaking Rizira, whispering that to herself. I enjoy being a rogue.
I enjoy being a rogue. I'm very roguish, one might say.
Do you need the damage split up between slashing and fire?
Is it magical?
Yes.
If it is all, because it's using your magic sword, right?
Eve.
Okay, I do not need it split up.
Cool. I messed it up again in my head. 37 points of magical damage.
Okay, and that's including the fire that's all together?
Yep. And then she's going to back up another 10 feet behind.
Okay.
And I'm still in its line of sight there, so I couldn't make a hide check, could I?
Not unless you rounded the corner, no.
Okay. Alright, I will spend my bonus action to dash then. I was hoping to do my bonus action.
Well, I mean,
hide.
you could make it with disadvantage.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool.
There's enough debris and dust in the hallway that you could probably find a shadow. What'd you get?
It's going to be a 25 for disadvantage.
Okay, so not a 30, but still pretty high up there.
No, still pretty high. I rolled a 12 and a 14, so that was nice.
Okay, Aurontiros, it is your turn. Rizira vanishes into the cloud of dust and debris.
Did it seem like I gave it a good migraine when I mocked it before?
You know, you don't think it really, like, you think you distracted it, but you don't think it was really hurt by that.
I didn't hurt its feelings that much. Okay.
Oh, also,
Okay.
the taunt has ended, so it doesn't
Nope,
have
it botched.
disadvantage on... Oh, right, it botched.
It botched, so I'm holding it. It's focused on you, baby. All right, Aurontiros, what you got? So you don't think you hurt its feel bads?
All right, let's shoot its back. draw this long bow and shoot it in the back.
Sounds good.
Hey, I got a nat 20.
Did you?
I'm on fire. I did indeed.
Your arrow flies through the air, slamming into its back, and as it does, the darkness coalesces, and you watch the arrow burn to ash.
No!
I'm sorry. That's not a magic arrow, right?
It certainly is not.
Oh, it was the perfect kill shot, though. You were just waiting to see your number go up. Multi-kill.
Almost. Maybe I'll get a nat 20 on the magic sword.
I believe you will.
All right. I can't remember what we named you, but go, Dancing Blade.
The
Shreddy
Fuckbringer.
Mercury.
Shreddy
Yeah.
Mercury. Thank you. Shreddy Mercury rolled a 5. Plus
Okay.
9 is a 4. I would like... Oh, I don't have determination. I see.
That's
All
what you
right,
got.
so that's a total of 14.
That's a hit. Roll me damage. It is large and in charge and ready to be slashed.
A solid slash of 10.
Solid slash of 10. All right, it is its turn. It lets out a horrible shriek as it begins going absolutely berserk. Now, I've had to do the order of operations for this in my head, so I rolled a 7, which means that it attacks a random creature. Okay, so what I'm going to do, it is... I will say that Riz is a 1, Levna is a 2, and Godfrey is a 3. It is a 4, because it's only going to attack what's right next to it, according to its Berserk trait. So... the hulking shadow heard itself in its confusion.
Poor thing.
God damn it. It's good. Well, it's going to try. Okay.
A
Will it
certain...
be able to hit its own AC?
Yeah. Actually, it missed once.
Oh.
But hold on. I have to see this real quick. So its weapons are magical. Its hands are magical. So it uses 2 slam attacks against itself, which is... okay. So that's going to be 16 points of damage and 7 points of damage.
Does it see itself reflection in a shiny like puddle of water or something? Like the dog gets mad at itself when it sees itself in the mirror.
It is going, you know what it's going to do? It's going to like lean forward and is going to grab the wall and start slamming its head against it full tilt like it's an Evangelion. And Jen, how does it do this?
Oh, this is new.
Amazing. I love this. Oh man, I was not expecting this so soon.
Neither was I.
Fair enough. I kind of want it to just start like it just punches itself in the head like repeatedly.
All right, it slams its head to the wall, starts punching itself. There are several explosions as it throws itself around the room, catapulting itself into all of these crypts, breaking open the crypt to the west and the 2 along its path to the north, and will eventually hit the ground and completely dissolve into nothingness.
Riz is gonna sneak up the opposite way of where she went into the hole. She's gonna come out through the main entrance and just kind of pop up behind Levna and go, "Did we kill it?"
I think it killed it.
And did you say it opened up the crypt to the west? Was that the one where they heard the crying from?
You will hear.
Oh,
Echoes
gonna-
into the room.
Sorry, go ahead.
That's it. The crying echoes into the room.
I'm going to investigate the rest of this altar.
I'm going to cautiously, not quite move within 5 feet of it, but look into the one where the crying is with my spear at the ready.
Okay. As you peer into that, you will see that there is a wraithly woman curled up and sobbing. The broken plaque on the ground says Myrna of the Scarlet Robes. Pardon me, Minara of the Scarlet Robes.
Myrna?
She continues to cry.
Oh, I'm not good with this. I know you said that it's been boarded up for a long time, Hazeal, but
I think Laura will head over there to help.
how do...
And
Whatever it is has been there for a long time. That's all I know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to approach and put protection from evil and good on myself
Okay.
and try and help. And see if I... Because Godfrey looks a little out of depth.
He does look a little bit out of his depth. Inside of the tomb, you can see a spectral woman curled up. Her clothing is archaic, tattered, rotten. It clings to her.
Have we come across her name before?
You have not. But as your eyes focus on her, you'll see that while she is spectral, it's like a second layer, like an aura that holds over her flesh. And there is a corporeal creature there. A pale, rotted white. Her fingernails long, her hair messy and overgrown from the recessed scalp.
Are you okay?
She sobs uncontrollably.
Can I try an insight check to figure out
Sure,
if there's
please
anything we
do.
can do?
Please do.
Uh, 25.
25. She is caught in her misery. In death, she has been locked into this state. If you interact with her too much, she may become violent.
Okay. Is there anything I can do to put her to rest? Or help her to rest?
You could, well, destroying her, of course, would be a nice, easy way to do it. If somewhat harsh on her. Alternatively, you could... You've heard stories of creatures like this, where sunlight can sometimes bless or destroy them.
Okay.
Or you could just leave her to be.
I think Kelara will go talk to Hazeal about it.
Okay.
And kind of like explain to the others as well. Like, okay, well, if we interact too much, she could get violent, but potentially daylight might either let her break free of it or just destroy her to go on to rest. Or we could just walk away. But I think she's basically trapped in her grief.
It seems it's not right just leaving her to suffer.
I agree. But how would we expose her to sunlight? This orb that Hazeal has. That's not quite the same, is it?
I don't know.
As you are having this discussion, to the north, your Kender is rooting around in the broken crypts.
She is.
In the northernmost broken open crypt, you will find a humanoid skeleton with worn down finger bones surrounded by a slab, well, lying next to a broken slab of gouged stone. The skeleton, in life, must have worn its fingers down to nubs, trying to get out. The next one down, however, you will find lying atop a crypt a humanoid skeleton wearing slick, perfectly preserved leather armor of elven make. It is beautiful.
Aurontiros, I think I found something for you. If you don't mind borrowing it from a dead body.
What are we borrowing?
Some really nice looking elven armor. Looks like it was the Riz starts doing the like holding up the angle.
I don't know. I take it kind of like slim but long. Oh. This was made by... Is there a placard here, DM? Or is
This
it worn
one,
away?
I'm trying to remember what this one was. Do you remember? Did you take notes?
Was this the one that was Willow something?
I think it was. Was it Nessa? I think it was Nessa Coalcracker. Or Lori Wan Willow.
I think it was Wan Willow.
It was so long ago. Who can tell? It was nearly 20
Nobody
minutes
can
ago we
tell.
said this.
It's-
You know what?
it's,
I thought that one, the one that
it's eroded
you
by
moved me
now.
to, didn't have a plaque.
Ah, yes,
thought
the
it was
plaque was
missing.
missing, of course. That makes way more sense.
Well, barring desecrating the body, could I see if this armor fits? The red dragon leather armor I've been wearing leaves a bad smells like burnt leather. Don't really like it.
It also doesn't quite fit your vibe. You're kind of more of like not a red dragon kind of person.
Kind of not the slaughter the innocent and
Yeah.
hail Lord Soth.
Cover. Yeah, I think we're past the point of sneaking in and trying to be, fool people. I think it's kind of just like, let's go. We're the heroes here.
They
That's
probably
all.
have wanted posters of us up by now, so I think it's time to ditch the
Yeah.
unless. All right. Can we take this armor off without, or do we just like pick it up and rattle the bones out?
Can I roll sleight of hand to try and get it off nicely?
Sure.
I did not like that you rolled dice. I'm just gonna put that out there right now.
Quick, run away.
Oh, my dice. They're so.
Oh, I
they're
released
so...
another shadow monster.
So what was that whole thing about not getting possessed again?
31.
31. All right, you are going to be able to shimmy. You successfully debone the armor. And you now have a wonderful set of leather armor.
There you go.
It's a little musty, but a prestidigitation spell will fix it up like that.
Oh, I have mending and prestidigitation. It'll be shiny in no time.
Suits you.
Do you put it on Aurontiros?
I'm going to bring it to. Does it have any writing on it, or does it look nice?
Yeah, on the inside of there's a tag that says Elf's Warehouse.
Okay, so
No,
mass
it does
produced
not.
for. Oh,
Mass produce.
sure. I'm going to bring it to the others, and say, "All right, do I put on this skeleton's armor, or should I continue being incognito?" Everyone.
Put it on.
Okay, well, if Rizira says it's okay, then I'll.
The voice of reason over here. Come on, guys. Come on.
You've convinced me, and I'll start putting the different pieces on, because you said it was like a set, so I'll like sit down and try to put the leg parts on, or
Takes
the
about a minute to put it
vambrace.
on. All right, congratulations. You have leather armor +2.
+2.
Yeah,
That's
so it's leather
2
armor.
more than my normal leather armor.
It is.
Oh, I had studded.
So it's 1 more than that.
'Tis 1 more. Look out, y'all! I have 18 armor class.
Hey,
like
we're
wearing plate mail.
twinning.
What's that?
That's like wearing plate mail.
That is like wearing plate mail, except I don't have disadvantage on stealth.
Right?
I know.
Thank you. Magic armor. Mage armor.
Now-
That's the word I'm looking for.
As you all are having this conversation about what to do with the crying wraith white thing, can I get anybody who is near to this central altar that seemed to speak to Aurontiros in his mind to make me a religion roll?
Am I near enough?
If you wanted to inspect it, sure.
I got a 14.
Got a 14? This appears to be an altar to some type of god. You know that for sure. Although the exact one escapes you. Kelara, Godfrey?
Yeah. I'll take a look at it. Okay, you said that was religion?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we will have a religion's intelligence. That'll be an 18.
An 18, all right. And Kelara, are you going to bother rolling for this?
Sure. I will go poke peek. 21.
A 21? With a quick look at it, you are going to recognize that this is, both of you will get the DC for this, a god that is probably best not talked about in polite company. Chemosh, the god of undeath and false redemption, who tempts his followers with the promise of immortality. Those who heed him find that while they may live forever, their bodies still decay and putrefy. Followers of Chemosh embrace the baleful reputation, wearing skull masks and black robes. Glancing back into the crypt with the crying woman, you now perhaps see a reason for her tears. Being blessed by the dark god. Riz, you take a look back and you'll just see that this entire thing is spooky ooky. But it's obviously a god of death. It's one of the gods of death. There's a couple of those, aren't there?
I think so.
You probably think so.
Habakkuk.
Yeah, it's Habakkuk. What do you all do?
Did it smash any other ones at the top? I know
No,
you
just the
no.
3 along the top.
Cat.
Is there anything else near the altar?
There is not.
Did anyone else, when you were looking at that, hear any voices?
No.
No.
Oh, that's probably for the
No.
best.
Well, you often hear things we can't.
This is true.
I mean, one would guess that you talked to whatever was in there, and then it came out and fought us, and now it's gone. It might come back at some point, but I think it's gone.
'Twas a different voice.
Oh. Wait, did the shadow talk to you?
No, but it... Not sure how much that shadow could speak, but when I approached the altar, there was a voice asking if I would dedicate myself to it. And if I were to, I would open the River of Souls to me.
I think that's a bad idea.
That sounds, yeah,
It's
suspicious.
it's a lie.
It doesn't really seem like something I would want to do.
No. Well, fair.
A god of death lying about unveiling power to you? Yeah, no, that's not unusual, right? That's pretty standard mode.
Pretty standard.
Um,
Well, are we going to loot the rest of these pile of bones and move on, or should we...
I don't think there was... Was there anything else open? I think that's it.
That's it. However, at the
I,
edge of the crypt, you can see that there's a small door along an eastern wall that leads to a lower chamber, as well as a set of double doors along the far wall, and then a stairwell leading up to the north.
Should we clear the rest of the space?
Going to give them a listen, just in case.
what about
Okay.
what about her?
I don't think we can
Right.
do
I
anything.
can't help her.
We could put her out of her misery.
Look, we bring this entire place down, she'll be put out of her misery. We got bigger fish to fry. And by fish, I mean
Okay.
that
Soft?
piece of shit Soth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Good point.
If she survives a falling citadel, then she...
Then good
Sur-
for her. Maybe she'll get
I
her
gu- I
life back
guess.
in order.
Yeah, just, shock her back to her senses or something. Levna says
Okay.
as she steps across the area. So, where do you head?
Going to peek, sorry, not peek, give a listen to the double doors. Not that the dead really move around much. I will anyway.
Riz will go listen at the other door, the single door.
Hearing nothing there, you push through. Statues adorn the north, south, and east walls. The north depicts an elven man reclining on a bench. The south depicts the same, but with an elven woman. But it's different. The statue there has been pushed aside, revealing an open doorway behind it. The statue to the east features a noble elf man seated on a fine chair. Riz, do you open your door?
I do. Riz is gonna just like... "Er?"
This bare room's only adornment is half a dozen disintegrating robes hanging from pegs in the walls. A section of the wall has swung open, revealing a room once hidden behind a secret door.
Take a little peeky poo.
Can you make me an investigation roll?
Okay. I was gonna be like, wisdom save. I'm like, no!
Yes.
Oh. Oh. Investigation, that's gonna be a 26.
Oh, wow. So, you give it the old Kender search, which is going to frustrate you because looking around the room, you can see that this place has already been ransacked. Anything of value has been stolen from this room. Looking around, you can see that it's strewn with shattered pottery, a broken chest of empty drawers, moldering piles of clothes. The chest of drawers has been ripped apart and haphazardly tossed about. However, as you're kicking around, you will find a small shirt. Literally a shirt sized for a small creature like yourself. It's barely still in one piece, but you can see that the breast of it has something folded inside of it, like a pocket square would be. And as you take a look into it, you are going to find a small piece of blackness, is the only way to describe it. There is a void in the shirt in the shape of a triangle. Do you touch it?
Yes.
As you pull it out, this void is folded. Do you unfold it?
Yeah.
It unfolds into a hole in space, roughly the size of a small sphere. Although it's flat, two-dimensional. A hole. In reality. Riz, you now have a portable hole.
Yes! I'm so excited.
Now you're officially Bugs Bunny. Congrats.
What's up, Doc?
All right. Back in the other room, Aurontiros, taking a look around, you can see that there is an open tomb to the south. Presumably, you can see that the statues could be moved aside as well to reveal potentially other tombs.
Assuming nothing is amiss, I'm going to wave at the others to enter. And then investigate the one where the statue's already been moved.
Okay.
The south.
I will enter into the room with Aurontiros.
I'm gonna watch from the doorway.
Okay. So you go to the one to the south?
Yeah, let's because you said the door was already open there, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it's revealed at least.
Revealed, yes. Let's take a peek in there.
You head down to the south. The door opens easily at your touch. A long gray marble slab lies in the middle of this chamber. And atop it lies a humanoid skeleton. The shallow inset of similar dimensions is carved into the ceiling directly above the slab. Shards of broken glass litter the slab and the floor. With your perception, you'll see that inside of the room as well, there is a small, dark shape hanging from the ceiling, roughly the size of a pear. It ruffles its leathery wings and looks down at you, trying to remain inconspicuous, you think. The small bat adjusts itself on the ceiling.
Just a little bat. Huh. Is there... Suppose I'll step in and try to piece together whatever it was that happened here and what is or isn't taken, awoken, stolen.
Sounds good. Taking a look inside, can you make me a can you make me a quick investigation check?
All right, that is. Oh wait, I have a feat for this. No, that's passive investigation. That observance does. 16.
16. It looks like shards of broken mirrors collect around the room. Pieces of a shattered mirror in its frame. The skeleton on the slab belongs to an elf. And you can see from some of its clothing that it remains in rot the trace of Sylvanesti pattern work. And as you lean to look around, there is a sudden explosion of mist behind you as the bat shifts and lands behind you as a fully grown man with long, sweeping dark hair, dressed in black robes. And who might you be? The creature whispers into your ear. Friend or foe?
Well, hopefully friend. But since you asked, my name is Aurontiros.
Aurontiros. I am Ostar Belis, High Priest of Chemash. Tell me, Aurontiros, do you fight alongside the Red Dragon Army?
Actively opposed to it, actually.
He laughs, and his fangs are long and sharp. Well then, I believe, Aurontiros, we could work together. And in return, I can promise you treasures untold. He smiles. And I think that is where we're going to call game for the night.
Awesome.
Because it isn't always...
Until he was like, I think we can work together, Kelara was starting to let radiant fire gather around her hand. Just like,
Yeah.
I can see you. I'm in the doorway. I can see you.
Blah, blah, blah.
Godfrey's in the room.
Guys, I found a Dracula.
Oh, good.
He wants to
Stop
help.
finding things to fight.
Right?
Oh, I don't think we're fighting, Hazeal.
Well, that's... Yeah.
I didn't want to interrupt the beautiful scene, but with like Riz's very high passive perception, would she have started to hear conversation start making
Oh
her
yeah,
way?
absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely.
Cool. Sweet.
I'm
Absolutely.
pretty sure
I assumed
Hazeal
you were
didn't.
just I assumed that I think we should start with you playing with your portable hole next episode.
Yeah, you got to see if there's anything in the hole.
Oh,
Soon
that's
there's going to be a
true.
Kender in the hole.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Herself from the future.
Oh,
Kender, go down the hole.
Kender in the hole. I have 10 minutes. You fold me up, whip me out at Soth.
If you don't whip your Kender out in public, you're going to get canceled.
Can I wrap the hole around an arrow?
I was
Yeah.
like,
Shoot the air.
It's
You just-
pocket Kender.
fix the bag of holding on a wall with the mouth open, whoop the hole over Soth, fold it up, and throw.
I just
I don't
don't
think
want to
that's gonna
destroy the
work.
two good items.
But that doesn't catch us, and he's gone.
I don't think that's going to work
Yes,
like that,
we can
but
deal with it
maybe.
in other ways.
We can scream, right?
Do you have, wait, do you,
Before his turn.
What we
do
do
you have a
is
bag of holding?
you
Yes.
misty step.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we
You
do.
could make a
You've
bomb.
given
Yes, you
us
could
a
make a
bomb.
dimensional bomb.
I
don't
don't
want
know
to.
this as well as Aurontiros. What happens is Rizira misty steps above Lord Soth, falls on him full first, Eagles in the hole.
Holford.
Aurontiros.
Phrasing.
This
Yes,
whole
that-
problem happened because Lord Soth went in the wrong hole, okay?
Yeah.
So I think the
Pinky.
only one who might actually know what would happen with the portable hole and the bag of holding is
Yeah.
Hazeal.
Yeah.
Yes.
The study.
True, and Hazel's not going to
I
share
don't think
that.
Godfrey would know about this. I'm just going to throw that one
Riz
out there.
doesn't. Riz is gonna.
we do-
Riz is gonna abuse the hole. Well, phrasing.
Phrasing.
Can I get that? Can someone clip that, please?
Someone clip that.
Rizira is going to abuse the hole. All right, so folks, that's going to be it for us tonight. Good night, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning into this episode of Dragonlance Shadow of the Dragon Queen. Quick reminder, next week is going to be a how-to for the first half of this chapter because Chris is out of town. But I really hope you come and enjoy it with us because it's going to be a lot of fun just chatting
Chill
around.
break after Extra Life.
Be
Yeah,
a chill
be
break.
nice.
We're going to need it.
God, we're gonna
And
need it.
then we will be wrapping up at the end of the month with the last couple of games. So, hey, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed this. A big thank you to our sponsor, Bookwyrm Games, and of course, our patrons at patreon.com/dorktales, which you should join if you want to support the channel. It's honestly the best way to do so, and I really hope you all do, because I love seeing those numbers go up. If we hit 200 patrons, we're at like 140 something right now, I will run an Avatar The Last Airbender game or somewhere in that. Yeah, I'll totally run that. Yeah, I'll do it. I already have an outfit for it ready. So please come and make my dreams come true when the Fire Nation attacks. Like our amazing divine producer, my mom. Hi, Mom. I love you. Thanks for being a divine producer. You still don't know what it means, but that's fine. I'll tell you at Christmas when we go down and visit. Our demonic producer, Precarious, who just ran an episode of 10 Candles for us. Thanks, Funkle Breck. His show is going back on Friday nights, I think starting this week, actually, at twitch.tv/Precarious. Also, a big shout out to our wizards of the Patreon, Tammy the Forever Cleric and the Ink Goblin, and, of course, the High Council of the Patreon, which is Taryn, Buddy, Amberthist, Raven with Baubles, Karasha Urquhart, Chef Eladeth, LaRook, Sorcerer Sanguine, and Mike Baxter. Yes, what is up, Robin?
It is not. They are going, I think, next week because we are recording Hunter on Friday because Traz is not in that game.
Not this week, we're not.
No, but not. They're not doing it next week either. They're still finishing.
Oh, I think
off
they're doing
Alien.
Alien this week, yeah.
Yeah, they're doing Alien, but they're not coming back
Yeah.
to their Mist of Makani.
Okay, well, come back, go visit them for Alien.
Yeah, go visit for Alien, but yeah, they're not. They're.
Yeah, I lied. All right, so folks, that's going to be it for us. Have a wonderful night, and we'll see you next time here at Dragonlance Shadow of the Dragon Queen. Good night, everyone. Bye.